Hey guys, it's Erica. Welcome to more Horizon Zero Dawn. You know what? What level was that corrupted zone? Probably too high for me, I'll be honest. 34? It is, but it ain't, you know? Anyways, we're continuing the main story. So we gotta go over yonder. This is as close as I could get with the fast travel. I need that. And, do this little main story mission because we got all the collectibles. I think I only need like 2 more corrupted zones so far. But yeah, literally every single collectible we did get. That's exciting. Hey. Oh, look at the children. Have I seen children in this game? Probably the first time. I don't know. I mean, other than me as a baby. Yeah, let's get this mission pop-up going.
She's very pale. Is she unwell?
Yes. She's a fighter, but the fever on her won't lift. It only burns hotter. Her name is Shiana, my sister.
It's a pretty name.
Isn't there anyone in Sunfall who can help?
We're refugees. We know our place. And there's only one healer in the territory. He's difficult. His soul is in shadow.
His
What does that mean?
soul is in shadow.
Galiv. That's him. He's very clever, but he has little care for people. Perhaps the desert scoured it all away. Perhaps he was always like that. Either way, I know he won't help us.
Well, I'll see about that. Where would I find him?
Last I heard, he was patching up soldiers at Blazon Arch. Another border battle.
That was, we know where that is, right? Where's Blazon Arch? Where was... Nope, not that. Okay, I probably need to go over there, but, this area was... I don't know, I feel like we went there. Cressler's Perch. It's somewhere on the map.
I'll keep the moon from your brow.
Well, we can do that mission a little bit later. We're gonna stick to the main story stuff. I haven't done main story in a hot second. I was just having fun kind of running around and collecting stuff. Citadel Courtyard. This is the Citadel, yeah. Great architecture, beautiful. Me personally, I love Gothic architecture. I think it's so sick.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Okay.
Buy what you need, leave the rest.
Actually, let me talk to homie
Would you
because
like
I
to buy
used
something today?
my last fast travel pack to get over here. Really? Let me sell something. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Humans. Oh, ancient charm. I thought it was like I was selling humans. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, anything that's kind of just used to sell, I'm just gonna sell it. Because there's no other point than doing this, you know what I mean? I have so many shards. That is not even funny. Could get the Shadow Blastling, but I think I'm okay for now with my weapons. The way that they are. Let me look at the outfits. Oh, I could get the Osram one. This one as well. Those are only 50 though. That's the thing. I think, let me get 2 of those, yeah. Ooh, free sample box. Special modification. Let's go and do that one. Alright, let's open up these boxes. Oh yeah, probably can. Oh, great. Ooh, 2 more fast travel cards. What is that? No! Okay, hang on. Modifications. Yeah, because there's a few in here that are just, like, not worth it. These green ones, kind of, well, I'm keeping those blue ones. Yeah, anything kind of green I don't really want right now. I want stuff that's higher level. Ah. What was that one? It was one of these. All right. Let's continue on here.
Don't pass up these guys.
I'm like stuck on the stairs.
You'll like.
Cutscene. Let's go. Haven't seen a cutscene in forever. Am I gonna have to battle arena? I was wondering if it was like a Coliseum type thing. I thought it had that vibe.
Proud tradition.
It's not like this in Meridian. At least,
Give them time. Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely successful.
what are you talking about? Did I crash the network or not?
Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment.
Did I not crash it?
Meantime, circulate.
Did I not? Did I do all that for nothing? I almost died for nothing? Are you kidding me? I want to put my other outfit on. These have slightly different effects. Guess it really just depends on what your vibe is. I'm gonna go with this one though. This one's my favorite. Aloy just looks cool.
It just doesn't make sense.
Outlanders, if you want to hear about today's bounties, head for the throne room. You're not going to make any shards by standing out here.
Zero Dawn Project facility. Huh?
Filthy mercenary bottom feeders.
I'll take the shards, even if it means having to listen to Bahavas.
I hear the Shadow Cartel are looking for one of their own. Should pay well.
Interesting. My eye itches.
By the glory of the sun revealed. Behold, radiant Edaman, the one true Sun King, the light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law.
I command Lucius Bahavas to speak in my behalf.
He's just a little baby.
By the will of radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the traitor Uthid. To the
Uthid.
hunter who brings his head to us shall go a bounty of 500 shards.
Only?
More prisoners than royalty, don't you think?
Oh, she looks dope.
Love your hair.
Not only did the wretch conspire to
You and I need to
infiltrate
chat,
the Citadel
little huntress.
and assassinate
The green
one
tent
true
down
king,
in Shadowside.
but he refused
I'll
to
be waiting.
surrender when discovered
Kinda busy.
and fled. And in doing so, demonstrated wanton disregard for the
We
safety
both know
of the
no killer for
king's
hire.
subjects.
Uthid is innocent. So come see me
Go forth then,
while there's still
outlanders,
time to save
and
him.
do the will of the sun.
So, the way in I spoke of is right behind you.
You've got to be kidding.
Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels. They'll be too busy acting important to pay attention to you.
First time in the Citadel. Gotta see the sun ring from.
Why am I already loaded?
For the Kestrels.
Ah, they want us to see this, boy. It makes quite an impression.
This way?
The balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
Huh? What does he mean, short drop? I can't drop down.
If you're gonna watch some slaughter, this is the place to do it.
Excuse
I
me.
don't like how you do what you came here to do.
You
and then you're
worry
gone.
me, boy.
Maybe here? Yeah.
Worry.
There we go. Oh! Oh no. Ow.
Other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
Oh, so I was supposed to fall all the way down. Sweet.
I say you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
Alright, so, does that mean I should do the side mission first? If it's, like, essentially a point of no return. You know, I could bust out the side mission really quick. Maybe do the corrupted zones? I mean, like, I'm sure I'll be able to run around and do everything, but maybe it's, like, you know. Oh, Hunting Lodge 2 as well. Also, you know what, let's just go for it. I'm sure we'll be able to do everything else after. If the game just ends after this mission. Or maybe this is just going to take like a long time.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from.
All right, Aloy.
How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure, as year by year, decade after decade.
Is he a real
I hit
person?
walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan.
Is it gonna work this time?
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
You kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobeck here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
I underestimated you. So by now,
LOL.
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Alright then. Am I on like a time limit or something? Explore Zero Dawn facility. Let me run it back here, see if there's anything fun over here. Not at all? Alright, good to check though. No, it said time is limited, but whatever.
Welcome to
Jesus.
Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Yeah, I feel because I'm talking to me, I can probably listen to these audio things. Oh no, it's just a data point. Sweet. Text data point quest, lounge staff to admin, subject another incident. This morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another example of reception's need for additional support. We appreciate that Zeodon is an immensely complicated project, but as the staff who serve on the front line, we're tired of being neglected. As we have already requested, we need human translators, fluent in Polish for example, security staff who can subdue enraged embryologists, for example, and dermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurling chairs and vases at reception staff, for example. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond. Yeah, I need some security with that thing. Alright, there's another one right here. We need support too. From reception staff to admin, we need support too. Reception staff continues to require additional support managing ZD candidates when they arrive at the facility. Many are frightened or confused. Some are highly agitated. These are not the sort of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld from them. At minimum, we need human translators. The Lang bots are not sufficient. The mild sedatives for the extreme cases, any and all support would be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to one of these mails. So, humans are involved with Zero Dawn in an interesting capacity, it seems. Yeah, I'm gonna take health then.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
Sweet! What are the snacks? That's what I want to know. Alright,
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
Alright, give me a minute, homie. Lounge staff to admin, soundproofing. Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought. Interesting. Alright, that's where I came from. I'll go over here, because it told me not to. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Alright, we got another thingy. Restock or else. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge selection of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varietals, I am going to lose it. Please respond, and this time no tempest in a teapot or steep demand jokes, okay? Okay. People were sassy. Okay, let's go. I don't think there's anything else to explore. You know, sometimes when you don't blink and your eyes hurt? Man, I'm like feeling that right now.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Okay.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a superweapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. Here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
Huh? I'm like... Okay, so... Apocalypse did happen.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
So are we Zero Dawn as... Damn, I hate seeing that mist. Are we Zero Dawn then? Like, this whole thing after is what Project Zero Dawn was. So was it to kill the virus and the robots? It's something completely different? Wow, okay. Okay, thinking cap needs to go on. Alright, let's rock and roll with this.
It could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
I need some sci-fi, you know...
Castrals. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the
Someone
truth.
here? Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
Like some sci-fi shit where it's like you download your data or something, you know? Alright, I need to take these guys out so that I can explore more freely. Alright, where are they? Got one there, got one there, one there. Alright.
Find anything?
Oh crap!
Me. Let's take it. Die.
There we go. What's up, homie? Alright.
Guide this.
There we go.
We're too close to the tribal print to stop us now. The data points, what did they contain?
Alright, just give me a second. I need to go back up there, get that data point, and then I'll explore the rest of down here. I just didn't want to do it while it's like distracted, especially if it's like an audio that plays, but it may just be a regular data point. I gotta read! Oh, there's more over here. Sweet. And... oh, it's the audio one. See?
I think there is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things?
I know that there's already a lot to take in.
In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible, but it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die?
We're going to be able to answer some of these questions.
I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me.
You were brought here because of your skill set.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
So did they take, like, the most elite, highly skilled, smartest subjects of, like, humans that they could find and sort of took all their brain information and put it in a program somehow to restart the human race? Is that what's happening? That's kind of what I'm getting the vibe of. Oh, I can go through that. What? Tom Pake
is accurate, yes. So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people. They feed off them? Not just people. All organic matter. Every living
And that's what the
thing
corruptors are gonna do, huh?
dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That asshole. Is he here?
No, Doctor.
Please, tell him Tom Pike wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
I would probably react the same way, honestly.
Want to discuss?
Whew. So, Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations.
Whoa! All
now,
right,
I
then.
didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on
Don't
account
forget
of
hydrate.
sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malky was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty, too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
Alright then. That guy's a character.
You previously worked for Faro Automated Systems.
On the Chariot Line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
That one's interesting. Counselor guides. Alright. Okay, this is gonna be a bit, bear with me. For debriefing after presentation 1, candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given the necessary time to fully absorb the information they have received. It is important to be aware that candidates have just been exposed to triggers for severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicates acceptance. It is essential to stress that all other options for combating the Pharaoh plague and preserving the continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly but clearly and firmly. Familiarize yourself with data on the catastrophic environmental impact of nuclear engagements versus the swarm, Addendum B1, and unfeasibility of maintaining life in orbital, lunar, or undersea structures, Addenda C1, C2, C3, so that you can counter candidates' objections in depth. If a candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information, allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform security personnel so the candidate can be monitored for attempts at self-harm. Candidates should be only clear to proceed to presentation 2 if you believe their mental state is sufficiently stable. Note that real-time support will be available via your focus. Security and medical crisis teams are data corrupted. Wow. Again, what did they tell them?
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said. Not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
Yeah, so it's like, maybe they're all freaking out because they're told it's going to be the end of the world. And I guess it's hard for humans like us to fully comprehend what that means if we've never kind of experienced that before. Sure, Gen Z, myself included, I'm 25 years old, have been told like our entire lives that we're killing our planet. We're not gonna have a planet in 2012. In 20 years, we're gonna have serious like issues within our planet and stuff like that. And that the weight of that is very like daunting, just being a human being right now. So, and this was back in 2017, this game. So kind of, I can sort of kind of understand where they're coming from if people are like freaking out like that. But yeah, like it still is, this is still more extreme than anything we can ever kind of comprehend or experience. So, but we don't have all the information yet. We don't know exactly what they were told. So it's really still hard to judge a little bit, I feel like.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we could negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, U.S. Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had,
I don't know if that's a good analogy.
Code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Hera said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
I mean, a captain, doctors, like really kind of high elite people within their fields, you know what I mean? And just like in general, so.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since 57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast.
They're 57?
Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of everything else. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
So, but I don't know if it's like a colony ship like that. It seems like it's more like the bunkers were like sort of their kind of like colony ship like things, you know? Alright, nothing over here. Just double checking, triple checking, nothing wrong with that. We're gonna move forward then. Yeah, I find this part of the game, these sort of more story elements, the more sci-fi aspect to these games.
CDO2 data intact. Initiating playback.
The most interesting and the most fascinating for me. Like, this is what's kind of driving my interest in the game.
News, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness.
Okay.
What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start.
Bunkers, cauldrons.
We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the greening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo. The vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement.
I told you!
From which
I told
they will
you!
learn us, our world. And most important,
I was on.
How not to repeat our mistakes.
I was on to something.
It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that
So I
future
came
real.
from a cave. Am I the only person that was creative out of this system?
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life, for us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
Yeah.
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Okay, so I was onto something with sort of the collection of all the data of like humans or whatever. And I'm spawned out of one of these facilities. Am I the only one that was? And am I whatever DNA scientific version of Elizabeth that there was? That's what I'm assuming. And somehow humans did survive, and that's everybody else, question mark? Or did they come out of the facilities and they've kind of been around for a couple hundred years, you know? Well, because it said 315, but that seems like the time between now and the events of this. So, like, am I the only one that came out of this system? Or, like, am I a product of it? Because, I mean, there seems to be enough life, and the machines are doing, you know, it's just more recent histories have the machines turned hostile towards human beings. You know what I mean? I think with the influence of Hades and the corruption and everything like that, and the focuses and things like that. I mean, stuff we already know about the game, but it's been a while since we've had to revisit these things, so that's why I'm sort of mentioning it now, sort of freshen up everybody's brain. So the cauldrons were made by the humans to create machines for whatever needed to be done for the planet. The bunkers, like this one, just seem to be facilities that, you know, have like held human life, and this one is the one that held Zero Dawn. So yeah, is that everything? I feel like did I cover everything? Did I get it all? We're getting the answers slowly but surely. You don't always get the answers first or last. So Zero Dawn was a project to eventually continue human life beyond this, which it does seem there was. I mean, you look at the smaller critters that do exist. You look at, this is why I can't find any fish in this game, the sort of vegetation that is around. Some of it's more than others, but at the same time, well, I guess if everything would getting destroyed, the entire biosphere, that it would, sort of regrow back in the same areas that they were naturally, I guess. But I wonder if something happened to where we didn't, like they did Zero Dawn, but it may not have been necessary. I don't know. I have no idea. This a text one? Make your selection. You are now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn. Classified far above top secret. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. Damn. There are 3 options available to you at this point. Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in making your choice. Participation. You'll be assigned to a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that the way forward will be difficult and the project's outcome is uncertain. You'll be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week. Girl, I've done that. Working in film and television, 60, 80 hours. It did kill me, though. And your communications with family members will be strictly limited to and monitored in real time. So how we got those conversations and those like edited audios, was it something similar to that? Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family or 2 persons of your choosing will be transferred to the Elysium sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. Indefinite detention. Should you choose to decline participation in Project Zero Dawn, you'll be confined indefinitely. You'll be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible, but you will not be permitted contact with the outside world, and death within 18 months due to the feral plague is inevitable. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. Damn. 3. Medical euthanasia. The information you have just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you would prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. A 48-hour waiting period is required during the time. You may instead opt in for participation or confinement. Please notify counselor when you're ready to make your choice if you have further questions. Damn. Okay. Alright then. There's not like another data point somewhere because it says I'm missing one. It might be, you know, in another room or something. Hopefully I didn't miss it. And it's like over here or something. Aha. Oops. There we go. Alright, here we go. For debriefing after presentation 2, It is vitally important that candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly, without additional coercion and without value judgment on part of the counselor. Confirm for candidates that they were selected due to their skill set and accomplishments. Emphasize that their dedicated participation in Zero Dawn will increase the project's chances of success. Participation in Zero Dawn as an opportunity to respond actively in the face of an overwhelming threat. Candidates may question the fairness of their selection, validate such objections as normal, even admirable responses, emphasize the value of candidates' expertise for the future, not just for humanity, but terrestrial life as a whole. Likewise, candidates may balk at the morality of extending their lifespans and those loved ones beyond 0 day. Validate their hesitation, acknowledge that while the reward of Elysium is not fair, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings towards greater commitment to the project. When candidates challenge the plausibility of Project Zero Dawn, permit them to review Dr. Sobek's presentation as many times as they wish and allow access to supplemental articles GO1 through P20. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process this documentation. A significant minority of candidates will elect for medical euthanasia. It is important to receive this decision kindly and without judgment. Advise them of the 48-hour waiting period during which counselors will be available to discuss their decision. Emphasize that euthanasia will not occur without repeated consent, without the procedure is scheduled to take place. No one will be euthanized against her or his will. Candidates who elect indefinite detention must be informed that they have 48 hours to reverse their decision, after which decision data corrupted. Mad convenient. Ooh, what's over here? Don't mind if I go this way. Thank God it's an audio. That was a lot to talk about.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. A better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard, to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
Well, I don't know how much it's necessarily atoning, you know? But yeah, the science fiction, this part has me so much more deeply invested into the game itself. I don't know, I find it much more interesting. Maybe it's the lack of really interesting, compelling science fiction concepts these days, and just like stories, and kind of really pushing that narrative. I don't know what it is, but versus like the hunting and the wild, like, sure, that stuff is really cool and it's all like world building and extremely immersive, but this stuff, I don't know, I feel like this is where the best parts of the game lie for me personally. I enjoy doing the other stuff, but not as much as I enjoy this. It's very, very compelling, especially when it's post-apocalyptic, but this far post-apocalyptic. Like, I feel like we're kind of used to getting like stuff like Last of Us, like a handful of years after and Survivors, versus kind of like surviving like this long, you know?
If you're still nauseous. No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this, but the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us.
What did they do to the
That's our
Congo?
reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock? You grow old together with your loved ones in safety. I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family? I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized.
I think we were in Elysium.
A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert.
Huh?
If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Yeah, so we're kind of learning everybody's decision. So Brad did it. She said, I'm out here, yo. If I can't even have... this is to continue humanity, but you're kind of taking my own away? I'm out. Girl, I get it.
See to make sure I behave this time?
Inaccessible.
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my own man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. This kind of blue skying, it's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the
Splitting,
documents
I'm sorry.
regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you... You know... Get your hands off me!
Damn, it kind of only been given 3 choices for your life? That's crazy. That is un-American. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's kind of like the more I'm kind of listening to the audios, reading the stuff, it's kind of weighing more the heaviness of what the people were given. So it definitely makes sense why they responded and behaved in these sort of ways. I mean, yeah. Yeah, girl. Okay, this part's gonna probably be super long because literally I'm already 52 minutes into my recording and we barely touched the surface with this stuff. Ooh! Okay, what am I gonna do? Sell those? Okay, no audio's over here. He did talk to us though, so, and I didn't mean to. Okay. Do I go up? Is this the dead end? Okay, I think it's just the end of this area. Now I gotta go backtrack and find out where else I was going. Or I guess follow the arrow. Oh yeah, over here. Hey yo, mushrooms. Yeah, it's just really is like finding out if everything happened that they said happened and if Zero Dawn worked, you know? Because I mean, worked in some capacity.
Intruder, get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Mind your business. I should have guessed by how they, you know. By how they gave me freaking mushrooms, you know? I need to upgrade my damage on my bow or what?
Strike upon the force.
Let me... There we go. Jesus Christ. Okay. Where's my half? There they are. Alright, homie. Okay. That's where I came in. Okay. Let's start working our way around this area.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe anyway.
I like that guy. He has personality.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. There is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Souvet? Christina Souvet?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
All right.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just called.
Oh no.
Never know when I might need these.
Okay, well then, I missed one. Okay, I think it was... Yeah. Where were we? I'll just finish reading it. Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Look, Ma, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction, that's natural. Zero Dawn, no ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be calling an abomination back home. And you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. Are you kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years? Lounging around the Lyceum watching porn? Sign me up. Well, we know his thoughts on everything. Or at least things.
Here we go. Another one of these. There's a part missing.
Great.
Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Alright, let's at least turn this one. Go that way, that one's up. Also to the left. Or is this the backwards one? Because it's telling me exactly what to do. Oh, should have went the other way, whatever.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Okay, we did that one. Hey, we can get in. Maybe this will take us to storage. Alright, I may have to end the video just because this is a super long, after I open this door. Just because I'm about at an hour now of recording. Plus, whenever I last did a 2-hour long video, it didn't do so well.
Found one. Looks intact.
What's over here? Oh, okay. Yeah.
That should do the trick.
Okay.
Let's get that door open.
And then that way, it's not, for one, not a super long video. Then again, if it takes like super duper long, it'll be broken up in parts. Because again, the way our friend in our little focus told us to kind of like do whatever you need to do before getting into this, so it's probably going to be long. I feel like we may be like halfway through kind of figuring out what we're supposed to be doing in here. But yeah. This one might be the one that's backwards, but let me just kind of do what it tells me to do right now anyways. Alright. To the... Again, wrong way again, but it's fine. Okay, what's the last one? Up. Okay, so this one is just the opposite of whatever these are, I'm assuming then. This one would be up. And then to the left. And then this one down. Huh? Did I not do it right?
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me.
Oh!
Parker out.
That, okay, I see it now. The top of, okay. So that one is down. This one's to the left. I see it now. Okay, that's upside down. Okay, this one's up. This one's to the right.
That did it.
There we go.
Door should have power.
That's what was upside
now
down.
To see what lies beyond it.
Okay, or well, you know what? Let me see what's behind this door first.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this. Next part. Sorry, gotta wait like 24 hours before I put out the video. It's gonna be continuing a little bit more of this. I just don't want to extend the video so much if it ends up just being like 15 more minutes. So sorry. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this part. We will continue the rest of Deep Secrets of the Earth in the next part. Don't forget to YouTube things like share and subscribe. Really does help out a small channel like mine tremendously when you do decide to show any ounce of support, and I genuinely appreciate any ounce of support that you do decide to share. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'ma kill them in the next part. Bye.